Yo, how we doing? Not Move Nation. It's your boy Jimmy with my man Ja.
Yeah.
And today we're gonna be breaking down UFC 323, potentially the final pay-per-view. Well, the final pay-per-view for the next 10 years, as we all know. Paramount Plus, the deal Dana White did, you know. Now you don't gotta pay $80 for a pay-per-view, you just gotta get a Paramount Plus subscription. So uh easier to view for more people out there. I like to see it. Fire card, stacked main card. The prelims have some bangers on it too. Um, and they just released the full schedule for the first quarter of UFC 2026. We're gonna be breaking that down in another video, probably on one of the off weeks, because we are going to be on a stretch where after next week there is no fights until the end of January. The last 2 weeks of January are numbered events. They're doing back-to-back pay-per-views, which is crazy. Which
Been
also
up
means
for
there's
that for
no,
years.
well, not really pay-per-views, but numbered cars, I should say. But yeah, um, I think that's really cool. A lot of exciting fights announced today, just now, or earlier today, a couple hours ago. Oliveira versus Holloway confirmed for March's headline card. Holloway gone, and still BMF,
Oh,
bro. That's for later down the line. We're gonna map out. Like
they're
I
gonna
said, we're
make
gonna
that a
go.
number one contender match, by the way. They're gonna make
Yeah,
that when it gets the title shot.
probably. Listen, on one of these off weeks, we're gonna do a video or a
A
breakdown
breakdown.
of, yeah, of like who we think's just like a foreshadow thing, like who we think's gonna be the champion at the end of next year. Some fights we'd like to see, some stuff that we might already know based off of what like the announcement of these cards already are, the places that they're going to go, because they always gotta find a guy from that area to put on the card, represent the hometown. A lot of there's a couple of Vegas trips. There's one already in London. I know off the top of my head, Houston. So they're going all over the world. Nothing new, but let's talk about UFC 323. Excuse me. Sorry. The final pay per view, at least for the next decade.
Or ESPN, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. No, the first match is Martin Santos versus Muhammad Naval. Namov?
Naimov. Yeah, yeah, you got
Namov. Breaking down these two fights. This is going to decision. I think this is honestly going to be a good fight. See more
it.
of it. I think it can go to the ground, but I think it's more of a stand-up fight. It's going to be a stand-up fight. So like more or less it's gonna be blow for blow, but it's just gonna be a spectacle. One of those fights, and I think Santos comes up with the win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like Santos on winning this fight as well. I think he's more of a sniper. He's gonna stay at range. He manages range well. He's got good power, quick with it. Naimov is kind of flourishes a little bit. He kind of does some spin stuff where I feel like he's gonna get caught one of these times. But I agree with your take of the decision. I like the decision by Santos, uh, especially just because Naimov's okay. Like none of his he hasn't really wowed me yet. He's had a couple good performances, but nothing that's like just taking me out or just blown me away. So I like Santos. He's a good prospect. Um, gonna have to see more from him to see how I think he goes out later on in his career. But I think he should be good enough to get the decision win here.
Yep. Next is Musa Abdul Malik versus Antonio Taroki.
Hmm.
Musa is 8-0-1. Antonio's coming off a loss.
Yeah, he's
Typically, Antonio's coming off he is the bigger fighter. I typically pick against the American, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm gonna say Musa wins by knockout.
I think Chicoli's not even UFC caliber, bro. I don't know how he's still in the UFC. I don't know. He's not very good. Um, I think. I mean, he's minus 1,600. I think right now, like it's crazy. Munster's like up there. I feel like I want to see him versus a real guy. This guy hasn't isn't a real test for him. I don't know if it'll end in the first round, just because sometimes Mansour takes a little bit to get going. But this doesn't get the bell doesn't ring inside the distance. Probably either KO or ground and pound into a sub. Minster is gonna maul this guy probably round two finish.
Wow. These next names are just like
Oh, is it Xion or is it?
Iwo versus Ivo,
Oh, Ewo and Ivo.
Evo, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is Evo debut. I don't know much about either one of these guys. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna just say Ivo wins.
No, Ibo sucks. I can't. I don't like Ibo at all. He put on one of the most boring matches I've ever watched. Him versus
Put it
Billy
below.
Alcana. Yeah, well, go watch Ebo Aslam. No, actually, I wouldn't want to put you through that. Never mind. Don't do that. Don't ever watch Ebo Aslam versus Billy Alcana.
Stayed
But
up all day after working to watch Gilbert Burns versus Bilal Muhammad. Gilbert Burns had a messed up show, was hurt, unbelievably hurt, and Bilal did nothing.
yeah, I know. But listen, Evo is a good Polish prospect. He's good on the ground. He's got great hands. Ebo doesn't have has little to no head movement. He doesn't really move his head off the center line. And I feel like he could get knocked out, or he could just get taken down and submitted because Ebo's ground game is not very good at all. I don't know. I'm just a Ebo Aslan hater just because he put on one of the worst performances that I've ever had to sit through. So.
Understandable. Oh, wow. Next is Edson Barbosa versus Jalen Turner.
Hmm.
Honestly, I can see both getting knocked out. But since Jalen was retired and unretired, he gets knocked out.
You think so?
Honestly, I see it being a knockout either way. One of them is going to get hit and knocked out. Edson is old.
40. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's up there.
Edson is
Um,
old and
mhm.
literal fights and in age. And then Jalen Turner just retired after being submitted and knocked out. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, the
mm.
thing with Jalen Turner is you never know where his headspace is, man. He's such a good athlete, and he has good wins in this the UFC, and he's good on he has great hands too. Like he has knockout power, and he struggles with if there's a grappling implement, he always makes mistakes on the ground. Edson Barboza is not on the ground at all. But my thing is, I don't know where your headspace is. Like, I don't know how you're going to respond after getting hit. Because Edson Barboza is like, he's got clean, good leg kicks. He's got good power in his hands. We've seen it. Um, I think I'm a lean Jalen Turner, but I would. This is a stay away. I'm not putting this on any parlay. I'll put Ewo on a parlay. I'm not putting either one of these guys. I don't know how to read this fight. It's either Jalen Turner wins by KO, like you said, or yeah, I like how you said it, KO or KO. Yeah, I agree.
That's literally how I look at it. It's like
Yeah.
both of them are fragile. Not literally, but like, you know?
Well, yeah, Jalen Turner's got a fragile mindset, mental, and Edson Barboza's literally been in so many wars over his body's fragile.
Yeah, so it's like next is Marvin, but I still think it's messed up for him being in the prelims, in the early prelims at that.
Yeah,
Don't like the two. I
maybe he
still
could
don't
be
like
on
the.
the prelims, but I don't know. I the main card is so lit. I don't know
Yeah,
what fight you would
but
take off.
early prelims. First off, I don't like the two prelims anyway. But early
Yeah.
prelims. Next is Marvin Vittori versus Bruno Ferreira. Bruno is
Hmm.
put here for one reason only. They want him to win.
Hmm.
For that reason, I'm gonna say he wins. That and I don't like Vittori, but I think he's being disrespected with the spot.
I think you might see this. This is the first time. Listen, this is the words for the MMA guru, right? Marvin Vittori. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's all he does, right? He just throws the 1, 2. He just throws the 1, 2s. He doesn't really change up how he fights. Um, he doesn't have much head movement neither. And Bruno Ferreira has heat on his hands, bro. He might be the first one to knock out the Centurion, bro. I think it could happen. Either way, I think he wins. You might just see a knockout, but Ferreira's a lock. One of my
If he
locks.
knocks him out, he's gonna get pushed all the way up. He's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
he
he's gonna get probably a ranked fight next.
yeah, I
Vittori's
mean
not
this is
ranked
the
now
I
anymore.
mean
Is
no,
he?
yes he
Is
is.
he?
He's 14.
Oh, he's 14. Oh yeah, he might get a
This
top
is
10
the
opponent then.
yeah,
I for,
definitely. Next is Nazmi versus Farid Zaim.
oh yeah, Sadikov versus Zion.
Yeah, I should have just said that. I see. I don't know honestly, because I can see it going decision win by Theron. And I can see a knockout. I'm gonna just say Zaheem gets the knockout or he just wins. I think Zaheem is just better, but I could
Yeah,
also see him losing if that makes sense.
yeah, this is one of those other ones that are a toss up for me that I said earlier. Like this one's the toss, well, not a toss up fight. Sadikov's better on the ground. He's got great better. He's a better grappler than Zion, and he's got. I think he might be a tad bit faster in hand speed wise too. But the reach that Zion has is crazy. I think it's 6 inches, and I think Zion's a lot more technical. Sadikov's kind of wild with it. He doesn't. He's kind of throws, kind of reckless. He does his elbows. He's pretty good dirty boxing in the clinch, but I think Zion can uh, work from the outside, and I think he'll be able to uh, take out Sadikov. Honestly, let some leg kicks, some jabs from the outside, keeping him at range, and then even when he gets in, like I feel like as long as he doesn't make a as long as he doesn't play into Sadikov's game, he should be able to pull it out. And like Sadikov's opponents, his last couple fights haven't been like I don't know. I think it's like Nicholas Mota and Evan Elder. So I'm like those guys aren't like name breaker names. So I don't know. I'm with Zion here.
Nicely said. Next is Mace Barber versus Karine Silva.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it's something in me tells me Karine is gonna win. Can't put my finger on it. I don't think she's better. I don't think she's better. I just think she wins. I don't know why. I think she wins this.
I agree with you, man. I think Karine Silva, the fighting nerd female phenomenon. Hey, man, she's had her fair share of losses, but I feel like she always comes back better. She's pretty solid striking. I know Macy Barber might be a more technical striker, but I feel like Karine's got the quickness. Um, and she's a lot better on the ground. The problem with getting Macy Barber to the ground is going to be a problem just because Macy is the bigger fighter in this instance. But my thing with Macy is like she hasn't fought in a year. I think a year plus. I think a year and a half almost, maybe a little bit longer, because she was scheduled to fight in her fight night main event, and then she pulled out because she said she passed out or something. She's had some medical complications that I'm not too sure on what's going on over there. I haven't really watched much to gain any information either, so but I don't know with the health complications. I'm just going with the fighter who fights more and the one who I think is better on the ground and who's faster. So I'm taking Silva. The fighting nerds redeem themselves, man.
Next is Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. Now,
This
Chris
is
Duncan,
insanity.
yeah, I think this is going to be a night candidate. I think so. I think this is going to be a fight night candidate. Both guys are pretty similar in size, reach is a little bit higher for Terrence, but like I just see in this this can either be a slug of a fight or a knockout very early.
Well, I don't think this gets to the third round. This is either ends in round one or round two.
Yeah, I think so too. But also, if it does go, it just know it's a slug of a fight.
Yeah,
Just know it's gonna be a split. I think it'll be a split if it goes that far. I think
I don't
both
think.
guys are gonna have multiple chances of knocking each other out.
Yeah,
Everything I think it'll go split if it goes that far. However, I think I don't know. I just something about Chris Duncan. I can't put my head wrap around it. I like the way he fights.
yeah.
I'm gonna just go Chris.
See, I like that too. It's either Terrence McKinney sub round one or Chris Duncan knockout round two. Is if Chris Duncan can survive the onslaught of Terrence McKinney in round one, which I think he can, I think he's able to knock out McKinney in round two pretty I wouldn't say easily just because surviving an onslaught for Terrence McKinney is not easy. Many people have folded to that, but I think Chris Duncan is of the caliber to fend off and weather the storm of McKinney and be able to finish him. Just because I don't think McKinney's ever gone to a decision, to be honest. So you know what you're going to get in a Terrence McKinney fight. He's coming at you from the jump. Is this you either fold or you survive and win? And I think he survives and wins.
Very well said. Next is Grant Dawson versus Emmanuel Torres. Like I said earlier about Marlon Vittori, Grant's playing this match for one reason only. They want him to lose. But I think he wins. I think he wins.
Do you?
No,
Secret.
but I'm picking him.
Oh shit. Grant's better on the ground. He's got the grappling advantage, but he has a baby chin, bro. He gets knocked out. He got a glass jaw. And Manuel Torres hits like a truck. So it's and Manuel Torres is a pure athlete, and I think he's good enough to fend off the takedown enough to get up. If, he just has to get up, and if he can get up, he's gonna knock out Grant Dawson. So I'm going with Manuel Torres knockout, probably round one or two, because I feel like if this gets late into the round three, then you're gonna see the Grant Dawson decision. Grant Dawson did say in the interview his plan is to hump his leg, so we'll see how
Oh
Manuel
God, hey yo.
Torres. Yeah, that's crazy. I know, right? We'll see how Manuel Torres defends it. I hope he does because I don't like that game plan, man.
Yeah, I don't. So it's very boring. Next is the finally the main card. The first fight is Jan Blachowicz versus Bogan. Um, I think this is the downfall of Jan. I think they
Mm,
put. I think him with him losing his last fight, going in this one, they're giving him somebody who can outright obliterate him early on in the first or probably the second. They're giving him
yeah,
a person who has knockout potential because they want to see a flashy knockout to push Bogan. He's already fighting somebody in the top five. He's definitely gonna fight somebody in the top three after this. Or maybe try to sneak in and get a title shot. That's what the UFC wants. That's what the UFC is hoping for. So
and
that's
that's
the
what you
reason why.
saying is gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, it just makes sense too. A guy like him who's a knockout guy, right? You
yeah,
would want
yeah,
him to go against the champion who's also a knockout guy. You could sell more like that because that may possibly be a knockout.
yeah. I get you. I get you for
Mm.
sure. I just don't want to give up on Jan, man. I know he's 43. I know he's an old man, but Olberg couldn't knock him out, and I know Olberg doesn't have the power that Bogdan has. But I mean, Olberg's a pretty good technical striker. Bogdan's not uh the level of grappler that Jan is. So I think if Jan gets in trouble, he can take him to the ground. And I feel like Jan's been in there with the greats. I don't know, man. I feel like this young up and comer ain't ready yet. This is a wait your turn type of thing. You're not ready yet.
Mm.
I don't
Interesting.
know.
Interesting. Next is Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot. I don't think Cejudo is it anymore. I think he retired too prematurely. Now he's coming back because he felt like he didn't accomplish everything he wanted to accomplish. And it's too late. I think it's just too late in the game. He should have stayed while he was on top and kept doing what he was doing, and maybe he would be able to compete with this generation. But you took too many years off. I don't know. I just don't think it's it. He's not in anymore.
No, I feel you. He hasn't won a fight since he's came back. I mean, even in the Song fight, he got an eye poke thing, so it wasn't the greatest outcome. But listen, Peyton Talbot, right? I'm gonna talk about Peyton Talbot. Phenomenal striker, but he got dominated by Barcelos, right, on the ground, and then they gave him another test by Felipe Lima, who is a pretty good grappler in his own right. And Peyton Talbot was able to pass Felipe Lima, who is a pretty solid grappler. But is he the same level of grappler as an Olympic level wrestler as Henry Cejudo? I don't think so. I know that Talbot has the range and the striking advantage, but Cejudo's been in there with the best of them, kind of like my yawn thing. I don't think Henry goes out on a loss, but I could also be very wrong because he was very cringe in that press conference, and did not look like he wanted to be there, kind of thing. He was just kind of like mending bridges with Brandon Moreno. I don't know. His heart doesn't look in it, but I'm just not sold on Talbot being able to defend the takedown. Now, if he can, this is a huge step for Talbot, and he's going to be shot up in the bantamweight rankings, right back to where he was. Probably jump Barcelos, who beat him just because of the
They're
name.
giving, yeah, they're
Yeah,
giving him Cejudo because Cejudo's at 10. What
yeah,
they're
no,
trying to do is his next fight is going to be a top
yeah,
somebody
top
with
five.
yeah
Yeah.
top five. They're trying to put Peyton Talbot as the next
Yeah,
bantamweight guy.
because he's a fun striker who puts
Yeah,
on.
and
But I
crazy
don't know.
fights.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with you, man. But I don't want to see Cejudo go out on a loss. I don't know.
Man, I feel you. Next is Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuya Terrara.
Yeah,
And I think they put Moreno in his spot because unless Pantoja loses, which we'll talk about later, Moreno is stuck there. He's just stuck.
yeah,
He can't go against Pantoja again. And he's just gonna keep fighting challenger after challenger. What they're
yeah,
trying to do is they want Soria to be the next challenger. The only way to do that is to beat Moreno.
yeah.
I think Moreno go ahead and I think Moreno wins this though. I think
Oh,
Moreno is going
okay.
to be more of the Holloway, but he's just
Mm,
spending off his challengers.
I hear you.
However,
I hear you.
but I get back to what I want to say later about the how it's going to play out. But yeah, I think Moreno wins.
See, we going opposites today. I like it. I like it. Someone gonna be right. That's how it's always gonna be. Someone gonna be right. I'm on Tatsuro Taira, man. I think he's a really good grappler. I think he can hold his own in the scrambles with Moreno. I know Moreno has the striking advantage, but Tatsu's pretty solid on the feet himself, or Tatsura, I should say. But I don't know. I just like him. He's 25, a young up and comer. Um, he does the thing that I'm so happy, thank you, after every fight. That shit's. I don't know how you can not like this guy. I don't know. I like him. I think he's where what you'll see is I could see a decision where Tatsuro wins, or if he actually what he could do, which would be phenomenal, which would vault him up in the rankings, is if he was somehow to submit Moreno. But this fight will be decided on the ground because I think Tatsuro knows that he's not going to be able to strike with him on the feet. But I don't know. I don't know. That's just my dog, man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Next is which I think is going to be the fight of the night. I think this is fight of the night. Pantoja Vaughn,
Josh Van, my dog.
Joshua Vaughn, Van Vaughn. I call him Vaughn because cooler. Joshua Van, right?
Yeah.
I know Pantoja is one of the flyweight goats. I understand how good Pantoja is. I understand everything about Pantoja. Pantoja will go down in history as one of the best flyweights to ever do it. He's
He's probably
amazing. He's one
second right now,
who be first.
DJ.
I mean, isn't he on? No one will ever break DJ's record of title defenses, especially in that
Nah, he's
division.
on. He's on his way right now though. I mean,
I mean, he is on his way, but I'm trying. I said no one will ever do it because the bus stops here, in my opinion.
you want
Just,
Van?
yeah, I think Van is just that. He's just that good. I think he's very
Not
much improved. Like even in his last fight, what he
with
did,
Royo.
like
Yeah.
yeah, he had concerns about being taken down and everything. What did he just dominated? And in all his wins, he's dominated. It hasn't been a chance where like you've seen his flaws. He comes back and just flips those flaws and he's dominated. It's not just like easy wins. It's not even like close wins. Dominate. He dominated a man so bad he took a fight on short notice to make it a title fight to make it a contender eliminator, and then he won it in dominant fashion because the other fight was too easy. It's just he's just good. I mean, that's why I'm gonna pick him.
Yeah, I feel you. And or not Van. Pantoja's never fought like a guy like Van, where Pantoja's fought guys who just throws one heavy hard strike. Van throws combinations at you. He doesn't stop at 1, 2. He goes 4 or 5. So, like he puts his punches together, which Pantoja has never faced before. I just don't know if the ground game is there on the because he's fought good guys on the ground. He beat Tasura, I think his name is,
Yeah, yeah.
and he did his thing with Roy Val, had a fight of the year candidate, probably one of the top three most entertaining fights this year, probably up there, maybe 1 or 2, honestly, in my opinion. But I don't know if he's fought a guy as good on the ground as Pantoja is. Pantoja on the ground is just a different animal. His jujitsu is just out of control, man. Um, So would I like to see Van win? Absolutely. Do I think it happens? I'm more so I'm 60-40 here. I think Pantoja wins 60% of the time, Van wins 40% of the time. So I'm leaning Pantoja by submission, but I would not be surprised if Van won. This is a close fight, in my opinion, but Pantoja every time Pantoja gets these next up challengers, it's just domination round one, two, domination round one, two every time. So I haven't seen anyone do it. But also, you gotta also think this is Van's like what fourth fight this year, and he's still early to the game. He's only been training MMA for 7 years, right? So this won't be his last chance shot at the gold for no uh no matter what. So we're gonna see him again. I don't know if it's his time yet, but I would love to see it if it was first.
I
He would be the
mean,
first champion born in the 2000s,
yeah, we need
which
one
would
of
be
those.
crazy. Yeah, we do.
Now for the main event. Spoiler alert: you have the Grapple King himself, Marab Dillashvili, versus Peter Yan. Marab is going to literally take Peter Yan, grab him, pin him against the cage, and knee his knees until he cannot knee it no more. Then when he's tired of doing that, he's going to take Peter down and maul him for the next 4 rounds. And I don't see a way, unless Peter Yan becomes, who is the, unless he becomes John Jones in his prime with grappling. I don't see him winning. I don't see him winning.
Hey,
Unless he's,
did you see that
what?
video I sent you though of the press conference? Jan's up 1-0 right now. The fight hasn't even started. Jan's already in Marab's head.
And you know
Marab
what
said
I'm going to
he gonna take him down. He gonna try to
do?
submit him.
When he take him down, he's not getting back up.
Yeah, I agree with you. Jan said in his last fight he defended what 18, 19 takedowns, and Marab attempted 40. So like he was able to stop half, but half still got through. He is the machine for a reason. Jan did have a good line in the press conference. It's like a machine breaks eventually, but I don't know if it's going to be for you, buddy. Although
Yeah,
you did
machine
play,
breaks. When you punch it in his jaw and drop it, the only person who
yeah,
had the chance to was Sean.
yeah. I agree with you. I think Marab tries to go for the finish here. I think he's trying to steadily improve and finally make the decision king thing kind of go away. Even though he did say I'm the decision merchant in the presser, the decision king in the presser, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, I don't know if that's the title you want, buddy,
Yeah,
but
you know what I handed to Marab?
well,
He makes the boring thing fun.
yeah. I didn't like him at first, but as soon as he started doing this like his little Instagram goofy videos and stuff,
It was the
his
Sean.
post
It
fight
was the Sean
pressers.
O'Malley. I'm looking for you ones that had it for me. And he was joking. He said, "O'Malley, I'm here looking for you."
I'm looking
That's
for
where it
you.
got. I'm looking. I'm looking. That's where it got it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
like this guy.
I can't hate on him no more. He's 34. He's probably going to be one of the bantamweight goats.
And he's on
So
his. He's there right now.
yeah. I don't think anyone. Like I said earlier, there's some of these guys that hold these titles. Like the only way they're gonna lose them is father time, man. Like you're gonna have to make these guys
There's
go through wars and wars.
Jan has
And
one win con, the same one con everybody else has.
yeah,
This man's just stops trying to take me down. He just stopped. He tries to be like Usman. Usman, once he got his first KO, he got addicted to it and wanted to keep knocking people out.
yeah. Well,
If he
I think
just
they're gonna do Islam versus Usman. By the way, I think that might be confirmed.
so,
Maybe
who
not.
Islam
That's
versus
that's whi-
Usman,
yeah. I think that's whispered. It's not confirmed, but that's
why
what
would
they're
Why
whispering
would
about.
Usman get a title fight?
Is
If
Kamaru?
yeah,
His name value. They
but who
want
does he
his
beat?
his last fight was Joaquin Buckley, which sucks because I was a huge Joaquin Buckley 170 fan. I thought he finally found his weight class.
He did.
Yeah, he did, but he just couldn't figure out how to stop a takedown. Because every time Joaquin Buckley would get come on, I'm going off on a tangent here, but
I mean, it's Kamal Usman. I mean,
yeah,
like,
this the name value is what's going to
yeah.
get. Yeah, but I think Morale definitely does win against Jan, because bro in the press conference. Jan brought up was like I had one arm and I still defended, and Morale was like, "Are you healthy now? Answer the question. Are you healthy? Are you healthy? What's your excuse gonna be?" I was rolling, bro. I was like, this man's on it. He's feeling himself, even though he didn't. Jan roasted him, saying like, Rob said, "Do you want to come to my jacuzzi?" And Jan said, "I've never seen you with girl in jacuzzi. Why you only jacuzzi?" So that's why I said Jan was up 1-0 in the presser. But listen, man, I don't think there's a chance Jan wins this fight. I would love to see it happen. Well, actually no, I wouldn't love to see it. I like Merab. You know, I think Merab wins.
There
I
are
don't know.
plenty of people in your jacuzzi. I don't need to be there.
That's what he said. Yeah. I was pretty.
It's funny
I'm.
because they both barely speak English, so them
Yeah,
struggling
yeah.
to speak English is the funniest thing ever.
Hey,
They
man.
arguing and don't know what they saying. So it's like,
They they're trying to learn the language to break down the barrier. You know,
yeah, I know. It
the
just
press conference got to be entertaining somehow because some of these UFC press conferences are mad boring. So at least like those two hard carried it for this one because outside of those two moments, like there was nothing really of much
it's not
entertainment.
fun. It's not entertaining unless Ian Gary is talking. To be honest,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's some entertaining spots, but I only bring it up when something actually happens that's actually worth talking about. But yeah, normally it's just like meh. Because some of these UFC freaking journalists ask the stupidest question. How do you feel about fighting here? What does it mean to you? I was like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know. No story, no narrative pushing. I don't know. That's what I want to see more of. But I think that'll do it. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't coughed my head off because I've been sick all week. But um, UFC 323, the final pay per view. Shout out. Click the or scan the QR code up there. Take you to notmove-shop.fourthwall.com. Scroll down, get the links to NFL Shop, MLB Shop, or Walmart. Use promo code not moved. Help us out. W Energy as well. Promo code not moved. Shout out the sponsors. I think that's most. I think that's all the sponsors. Oh, mybookie.ag and BetUS as well. If you want to put some money down, guarantee. Here, I'll give y'all guarantees. Ewo, Bruno Ferreira, Myron Santos. There's one more. Where's the other one? Uh, let's do those three. Those are my three locks on the prelims. Make you some money early.
I got no
Try.
locks, but I say this right. If you want to make some money, if you want to make some money, put your money on Van. These are three I want you to put your money on. You want you to put your money on Van. I want you to put your money on Bogon, and I want you to put your money on. No, Namaz doesn't show for that. Put your money on Curry. Those are my three picks of the week.
Right, right. All right. That does it for another UFC 323 or UFC episode, UFC 323 edition. Um, Shout out all the people not move, like, subscribe, help us out, comment down. What do you guys think will happen? What are some fights you guys want to see? You know, get some interaction going. With that,
Just like
I don't know.
that, enjoy it. No
Yeah,
doubt.
thanks.
This non casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.